All right, so I am back with another video. I tried doing this video before and apparently I didn't have any sound. It took me a while to get back to it. So here it goes. We are in CodeFinders. To use this, for those of you that don't know, you want to click on this envelope. You want to go over here to, I use the Torah, say open, set your parameters, row splitting I disable, options again, settings. Now this is already set for the search that I'm doing. You can see I got a skip of 70, minus 70 to plus 70. The code I'm doing has 65, so I set this to 65. I'll put it straight up and down on my page. So I got a few different ones here to do. But this one well, let me just show it to you. This came up. I was doing a search. It told me to stay where I was at, and so then I started looking, and this is to all of you, it says, and I thought that was kind of interesting. This is also interesting. This right here, my senses, but the other way is Jesus, and we have that in a few places here. We also have the word study all over the place. My senses, study. So my senses, Jesus, and study are going all over, but they're also up and down this way. So I found that kind of interesting. The reason I bring this up is that it really almost is telling us to study. Let me kind of show you. Well, I'll go to the, if we go over here to view the report, you can see all the studies that are in there, which is kind of amazing. But I don't have everything on this one. I had it before when I made the video, and then when everything didn't work, somehow I lost this. So I didn't go through and do a complete search. This is just a beginning, just to show you what I had found. So what I did with this, when you go through this, it says that we need to study together as a community, and I hope that we can do that somewhere along the line, or that you are doing that with somebody, not necessarily with me, but with somebody, you know, getting together with a group of people and really studying. And I'm not talking just studying the Bible. I'm talking study everything. Understand what's going on around you, where things came from, and why we believe the things we believe. Look at everything, and you'll find that in here if you do a search in here. You'll find that. Let me switch this over to Hebrew so that you can see the Hebrew letters that I use to get some of these. Here's your main one. So that's that. So that being said, what I've done, because this is to everyone, and I know that everyone does not have a code searching software, what I have done is I have taken that particular one and I stuck it out here on my Kokomo Ministry site. And this is my site. You can find me at this address. And if you click on more, There's Bible codes. Click on Bible codes. And this right here, open the PDF, is that PDF that I was searching. And so now this is all at a skip of 65. But you can sit there and take this stuff and do your own search at a skip of 65 and just see what you pull up. You may get a message just for you, you know. It's just something to look at. The other thing that I found, and I don't have a link to it, but I told you before, I don't speak Hebrew and I'm trying to learn the letters. I have found, get my keyboard up here. It says it's up here somewhere. I gotta find it now. Missing keyboard. Under a page or something. Bear with me. We're looking. I don't know why it doesn't come up on top. Usually it comes right up on top of it's underneath and you click on the keyboard. All right. There it goes. All right. One thing I found, and I don't have a link to it, but you can go online and look. I found on phone apps for my phone that I can get a Hebrew keyboard for learning Hebrew. So let's just say when I click on this letter, I can also hit it on my phone.
Tzadi. Tzadi. Tzadi.
And it gives me the, so the next one I can do that. Gotta find it.
Chet. Chet. Chet.
And so on and so forth. So I can hear all of these. I got them all on here.
Aleph. Aleph.
And you can just, I haven't learned any of them that much. I mean, other than Aleph, but Aleph, not Olive, Aleph. But anyways, that's just something for your information. Go out there and do a search, and you'll find that. The other thing I've been working on is the calendar and the Sabbath. Again, there's a lot of controversy out there, but this is my day of rest matrix. This is the report. I have this one here's on calendar. I found that interesting. Calendar and Notre Dame. I don't know why that come up there, but calendar and non-calendar. There's a lot of debate on the calendar. I have come up with my own calendar, and I've had people comment and say you're wrong, but you know that's okay. To each his own. This is on 7 days, which is kind of interesting here. The seventh day is a lie. Seventh day is tragedy. The seventh day is a nightmare. And it really is, because there's so many people debating on Sunday, Saturday, some other day of the week, so on and so forth. But I am a big follower of Enoch. He's kind of I've been going through Enoch a lot, and in Enoch, he has the calendar. It's the only place that I know of that there is any scripture that tells us how the calendar works. And I was listening to another gentleman who's out there doing searches. I'm not gonna throw names out or sites out because um, we're all learning, and I don't want to tell you that somebody's wrong or I disagree with them or that they said something against me or any of that stuff. I don't want to say anything about anybody, but he put out that a challenge for somebody to put up a calendar. And so I took that challenge to heart because I believe that Enoch's calendar is true. This is my other website. I have a couple of them out there. This is my beekeeping one and a bunch of other stuff. I mean, I'm not just into beekeeping. I may have mentioned before, I call myself a bee loser. These are bees down in Mexico. I filmed down in Xcalac. And I just love these bees. They're stingless and they make honey just like regular bees. So anyway, enough of that. This none of this site's updated. It's not. But down at the bottom of it, if you go to the bottom, I have the 364 calendar. You can click on it, download it, open it up. And this is it, month one. Now, I'm going off from the equinox on the 16th. Now, this is controversy. I know some people have said the 19th, some people say the 20th. The only reason I went with the 16th is because that was the day that it was 12 hours of darkness and 12 hours of light. By the time you reach the 19th, you're already like 4 or 5 minutes longer in the day. Now, that doesn't mean I'm right. The 19th could be the right day. The 20th could be the right day. There's other things that come into play, the moon, where it's at, the stars, where they're at, and all I know is where the sun was at. And so that's what this is based on. But I made this calendar so that anybody can download it. If the 19th is your day, then just change this to 19 and hit enter, and the whole calendar will move to the 19th being the first day of the month, and it'll do that throughout the whole calendar. Now, this calendar only has 364 days in a year. So in this particular calendar, because there's one extra day in the calendars we use today, if you were born on probably March 18th, it's not on here. So that's, yeah, see the 18th is missing. The last day is 17th, and then we jump to the 19th. What I found amazing, though, is that good old science out there is looking at overhauling the calendar, and they want to go to 2 30-day months followed by a 31-day month. This would make calendar business friendly, they say, and they go through the whole thing about the weeks and all this stuff. And I guess it's only been like 400 years ago was the last time we updated the calendar, and I guess it's something that happens every so often because even though everybody believes we're at 365 and a quarter days, it doesn't stay accurate, and it leads off, and the seasons get off, and things aren't where they belong. So we have to update it. But I don't think that's the case with the 364-day calendar. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, what do you do with that missing 1.25 days? What I learned was from studying, like the codes told me to do, is that by adding 4 minutes to every day, you would have the same amount of hours in a year that we have now. Our clocks are all man-made. It's well, you can go out. There's this article out there that talks about how long the day is and all that stuff, and it tells you in here that this came from Babylon in Egypt. So if you want to follow Egypt and Babylon, go on ahead. I don't recommend it. I think Enoch is probably a better person to follow than Babylon. But it's a good thing to go in, look at the star, look at the stuff. It tells you all about our minutes and everything came about. And learning about what came about helps you know where to, but more as to how you should believe. So anyways, there's the link at the bottom of that. It's also at the link on the bottom of this one, this site as well. At the bottom of the Bible codes page. It's not on the home page, although I probably could put it there because the calendar's there. So I could move it over there to make it quick and easy for people. But Bible codes, you get the calendar, and you have the Bible code. Oh, the calendar's at the bottom of the other one, so that's good. If you just want the calendar, just at the bottom of the ministry page, click on it, you'll download, and then open it up. You have a calendar. Now, this calendar is, I tried to make it as friendly as I could to suit whatever you're doing. The only days that are fixed in place here are the bold numbers like number 1. But this number is changeable to whatever you want to change it to, whatever date. If you want to say that your calendar starts on the 16th of the first month, you can do that. Whatever you want your calendar to be, you can do that. Now, that being said, my personal feelings is that March 16th, or at least close to that, is the first day of the first month. And I mark that as Sabbath. These are all changeable as well. You can call this whatever you want to call it. If you want to call this Monday, oh, you want to call that Monday and click on it. As you can see, I got a Wednesday above it, but all of these will change to that same thing. Same with here. If you want to change this to a Monday, you can do that. The whole calendar will change all off that top. So I made it so you can label this any way you want. And there's 2 lines because I prefer the day 1, day 2, and the 7th day being the Sabbath. And then because my calendar, I'm starting on the 16th, these are the days of the week. So my Sabbath actually falls on a Tuesday. and it will always fall on a Tuesday. It will never change. There's 52 Sabbaths. They all fall on a Tuesday. It never changes. It's consistent, just like our Creator. Everything He created, the sun, moons, and stars are consistent. The ocean is consistent. Nature is consistent. Everything is. So I totally believe our calendar should be consistent, and it should hold exactly 364 days, just like Enoch says. There are some real good YouTube videos out there on Enoch. Don't know if I saved that. I should show you. Let's see here. I'm standing in my garage because either the dog barks or my wife says something or my daughter comes in. There's always something happening in my house to mess up my video in the midst of me talking. Yeah, so
is like the circumference of the heaven,
I
and
found
her
this one
chariot
here.
in which
It's
she
very
rides
good.
is driven by the wind, and light is given to her in definite measure.
On YouTube,
and her
this
rising
gentleman
and
right
setting
here
change every month.
reads these,
And her days
they're
are like
very
the days
good.
of the sun. And when her light is uniform,
and this is on the luminaries and the waxing away and all that stuff. But anyways, find yourself a good Enoch, study it. That is all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy this calendar. It took me a long time to put this together so that the dates would flow with whatever you put in here, and that you had options to name these. If you want to name these, whatever, if you want to name the first day of the week after your kids, you can do that. You know, this could be Tom or Peter, Paul, and Mary, or whatever. You know, Tom, Jim, Methuselah, whatever you want to put names up here, you can, or you can just use numbers. Or you can do what I did here and sync these days with the calendar day. So let's just say I made this the 19th, which, like I say, I am not saying it's not the 19th. I am not trying to lead anybody the wrong way. I believe everybody needs to study and know for themselves. Don't follow anybody. Know for yourself. I am not responsible for you going the wrong direction. I am just trying to help you find a map. So anyways, we can change this to the 19th. That makes this day Friday. So then I would change this to Friday. So Friday is the Sabbath then. That would make this Saturday. So on and so forth. You get the picture. You just put those in there now. The 19th, Friday. Friday is going to be the Sabbath all the way down. But despite what everybody says, myself, personally, I am going with Tuesday. And judge me if you like, but that is the day I've chosen. Until I find good evidence that it isn't. And I totally believe that if you're trying to get it on the right day, and you totally believe that you do, for those that totally believe in the 19th or totally believe in the 20th, if you totally believe that, you're following it, I think you're going to be okay. I don't think our Creator's going to be upset that you're trying. He might be upset that you're not trying or you don't care, but he's not going to be upset about you trying, at least so far from everything I've read about him. So that's it. I hope you enjoy this. dozen calendars open now that I've downloaded. Again, it's on my site. You can find it right here. I don't know if I can make that bigger for you. Let's see here. A little too big. There it is. My other one, this last part would just be keeps bees. So either Kokomo ending or keeps bee ending of this address would be the same, or would be the two different sites. They're really both one site. They're just divided up. One is my ministry site, one was my beekeeping site, and both of them have kind of emerged with each other anyway. And like I say, most of this information is old and may not or may be what I believe at this moment, but it may not be either, because I am constantly learning and constantly changing. Oh, look at that, I got it over there too. Calendars all over this site. Anyways, I'll have to go through my site and see if I can update it. I hope this video helped you, and I hope you enjoy the calendar. And you can share that calendar with anybody you want. You can post it on your site. You can put it on Facebook, whatever you want to do with the calendar. You can give it to anybody. It is free for all. Thank you.